So over the weekend, Blizzard has announced kind of their plans for 10.0.5 and has actually pushed some stuff to the PTR. Now, right now, as I'm recording this video, the PTR servers aren't actually up, but tons of stuff has been data mined about the next update to Dragonflight, and I think it's actually super sick that they're doing this so soon. Really gives me hope that we're going to have some faster turnover on patches and some new content coming out pretty often for this game, which would be good, and thus, keep Dragonflight kind of alive up front and just kind of going on. Now, we're going to go over them today. It came out, I think, Thursday or Friday, but again, apologies for lack of content. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff since my last video. I haven't had a ton of time to play the game, haven't had a ton of time to make content, but we're trying to get back into it now. Hopefully, I'll have some more stuff for you guys this week. Again, my apologies, but out of the way, we'll go into it. Again, if you like the content, subscribe, but, otherwise, let's get into it. So, 10.0.5. We're seeing it now. Now, for people new to WoW, 10.0.5 patches are not major content patches. Like, we don't get a new zone, we don't get a new raid. Sometimes you don't get a new dungeon. And it's been this way since BFA. Back in Legion, they used to do weird stuff with raid releases on 0.5 patches, and they come out more sooner. But anyways. So for now, what we're getting on these 0.0.5 patches appear to be like smaller content features. Like, we have something called the Trading Post, which I'll get into. We have talent tree updates, which I think is really sick, including like new talents and like full tree reworks, which I think is super sick that they're doing here. And there's like tons of transmog stuff. But these are the first notes. I'm sure there's more to come, but we'll go into them. So first up, Trading Post. Now the Trading Post is actually really exciting in my opinion. I think it's pretty cool, and we'll go over some of the stuff that it covers at the end here. It's basically a new feature, kind of like a battle pass, right? So each month there's going to be kind of a suite of items you can purchase from them. With its own unique currency. And those items you can't really get anywhere else. Sometimes it's shop items, sometimes it's going to be unique items. There's been a ton of data mined unique mounts and stuff. There's one in Stormwind and one in Orgrimmar. You'll find the Stormwind one in the Mage District and the Orgrimmar one outside of the Grandmaster Hold in Orgrimmar. I'm pretty sure you can find them. There were like data mined, like stable updates nearby, I'm pretty sure. But basically how you get currency is that every month, just for free by logging in and going there, you get 500 Traders Tender. And then by completing monthly activities in the Traveler's Log, which is like your Battle Pass S system, you get 500 additional points as well. So you can have up to 1,000 coins or Traders Tender. I'm just going to call them coins the rest of the video per month, at least at this point. Now, they're saying it's subject to change, and that's fair. New system. But if we hop out of full screen here and go over to one of the other things. So this is kind of the first data mined kind of suite of stuff for you to buy. We can see here it's like a bunch of like cosmetics. Like we have a bow, we have a quiver of an offhand, we have an ensemble, we have like a bouquet, and they all cost like a little bit. Like you could all buy these kind of right away, but then some of the bigger ones like the Celestial Seed or the Furry Firelord Mace, which I'm pretty sure is just like a Firelord weapon, or like Garlock, which is like a little Cyclops pet, and then like some of the mounts down here, 9999. You can see that they cost more. And really, it's a big mix of stuff, right? We have two mounts. We have Celestial Steed, which you guys that don't know, this was on the shop a while ago and was removed. Then we have Ashadar, Harbinger of Dawn, which is a new mount, which I'll show you guys in a second. And we have other stuff like a bandolier, some Warhammers, just a bunch of like different cosmetics and ensembles and stuff like that. And the prices don't seem too bad. On some of the transmog, you can buy a lot of it at once. Personally, I'll probably just get the mounts. That's what I care about the most. But like you can get these mounts within a day, or not a day, but you get them within a month. I think that's a pretty good, just way of doing about it. Like you go in, you target like I want Ashadar this month. You grind, you can get it up. So it seems from the I don't remember what this image was, but I saw an image that this type of stuff you'll be doing for the Trading Post is more like kind of everything across all of the Dragon Isles. Like you might have to do some M+ for some of the stuff. You might have to do professions, world quests, just random junk in Valdrakken. Like there's really a wide variety of things on the I'm just gonna call it the reward track, the Battle Pass, right? For you to work towards and get those points that you can come in and buy these cosmetics. So I think this is a really cool system. Incentivizes people to log in each month, which is great. Wasn't really a lot doing that. So I think this is a really cool idea. As long as it all stays free and you can all get this stuff, free of charge, no purchases, whatever. There's no player power from this system. And I think it's going to be a great system. I'm excited for it personally. I'll have some more content on it when it comes to PTR. Now, I want to show you guys the other mount at the end there. So this is the Sun Moon Warden set You can see them up here. You have a Sun Warden and a Moon Warden based off of the Wardens, obviously. And then you come down and you can see the mounts. So the Sun Moon Warden mount. There's the Moon one. Here's the Sun one. They look pretty cool. They're like big spectral tigers almost. And then this is like kind of a big sun spectral tiger. So those are kind of some of the new mounts. There's a bunch of other like recolors and stuff too. Personally, a favorite of mine, the blue crab. So I'm one of the crazy people who grinded for the red crab back in the day. So there's a blue crab now, which honestly I think looks better. I like the blue crab a little bit more. Fun fact for you guys, crab's blood is blue. So I think that's kind of a funny way of doing it. There also are blue crabs that exist in the wild. So, funny little blue crab there. And then there's also stuff like a ton of transmog ensembles that have been data mined. There's a ton of mounts too. There's stuff like a bright blue cloud serpent. There's stuff like a green wave ray. Like, it's a bunch of recolors and stuff, but there are some new mounts as well. But you see here in the ensembles, you can see like battle plates of like Valajar, Rune Lord stuff, Fel Automaton Exoplate. Like, there's a ton of different like things for you to just buy for transmog. Tricolor's chainmail. There's like a chainmail bikini that was data mined as well, and like a chainmail breastplate. And I think it's all going to come from the trading post. So I think it's really sick. Excited for this. I'll bring more on this as it comes, but like a WoW-esque battle pass, I think is a cool idea. As long as it stays free, I think it's gonna be really good. Moving on though, I actually have a ton of changes here, so I'm not gonna go into them super in depth because I don't play a lot of these classes. But I'll give you guys kind of like a basic idea of what's happening. So for druids, they're getting a complete redesign of the class tree. So druids was kind of the first class tree we saw, and it didn't really get much iteration on since then. So it was kind of stuck in the past a bit. So some interesting points from here. They're changing the node above their kick to 2 points instead of 3. So getting a kick as like resto is much better now. And they're adding pathing, I think, from the kick to other stuff as well. The point on the side giving you magical damage is now 2 points. So they're removing some of those 3-point nodes, giving some more options down here with connections, doing more Typhoon stuff. They're kind of giving swipe to everybody at a base level and then making it do more damage. Sunfire's moving up, and then all of the other druid specs are actually getting more changes as well, except for resto, but maybe resto will come. I've heard the balance ones actually kind of suck, and that their redesign has been kind of bad, but I'm not gonna get into that. Balance has been redesigned, Guardian has been completely redesigned, tons of new talents, tons of new locations. Trail's the same way, they've had a bunch of shuffling around everything. Preservation has changes. They're basically redesigning Temporal Anomaly, which is like the little bubble they shoot out, making it cost less, making it apply Echo faster to 6 allies. Marksmanship got some changes. I don't know how Salvo has been redesigned because it reads the exact same as the current talent. Double Tap is gone, which is kind of sad. That was a good talent. You get Tactical Reload instead, which just reduces the cooldown. Calling the Shots is buffed. Mist Weavers get a whole new like mist system with like a ton of like different lessons and stuff. It seems really cool. Paladins get some like mana changes, or Avenging Crusader actually costs Holy Power now. 5 Holy Power instead of mana, and has a 45-second cooldown, which is kind of big. Stuff on Pre-Discipline here, changing a bunch of their shadow stuff. Holy gets some damage changes. Burning Vehemence now deals AoE damage. Shadow gets more Insanity generation. Warlock has their Soul Keeper, and Inquisitor's Gaze stuff's changed. So Soul Keeper now does a big blast based on how many souls you have instead of increasing the duration, and then Inquisitor's Gaze does more damage, but is a proc. Soul Tap's gone. Focus Malignancy is back for AF. Soul Swap is back. Some arms changes, like tons of changes to classes, like big sweeping changes to talent trees. And this is the first kind of wave. So we'll see what happens. Personally, I don't know if we'll see Havoc changes. I think our talent tree is in a pretty good spot, but we'll see what Reels and the team decide to do with it. We might see some changes to a few things on the tree. I'll keep you guys updated if that does happen. And then lastly, there's just some stuff down here. They're adding Draenei, Lightforge Draenei, Orc Torn, High Torn, etc. To their training hall locations in major cities, because those classes are those races are able to be all the classes now, basically. Common and poor quality items, so white and gray can be used in transmog. You can have illusions on your artifact weapons, and there's a new bobber toy, which is cool. And then like slight other changes here, and there's now the crafted items from Warlords of Draenor are back. So there's kind of a lot of changes going on here, and personally, I'm pretty excited for this. I wasn't expecting such big changes. I know it's only like class changes and trading posts, but that's a lot for a 10.0.5 patch, especially since this is just the first wave of notes, right? I wasn't really expecting this much so soon. Super excited for that. Hopefully the release candidates is up from where it was in the past. And if it does, I think we're going to see some pretty fun stuff in Dragonflight. I personally, I'm excited for the trading post, but I'll keep you guys updated on any big changes. Let me know your thoughts down below about the trading post, maybe any class changes if you play any of those classes. Lots of stuff coming through here. Again, sorry for the lack of content. I'll try to have more out throughout this week. We'll see. It is Christmas coming up after all. But with that, that's the end of the video today. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment if you enjoyed. Hit a sub if you really appreciated it. It would really help me out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.